Here's the bottle. It's somewhere here. The Allardice after the James Allardice. I think that's how you say his name. Is that not right? What's his name,
It's
Jay?
like he's in Doctor Who.
Allardice, like the Tardis. Is that his name? Here's a bloody
Allardice.
Allardice.
Hello, I'm Jen.
And Rachel.
And we are the Grail. And we are going to taste some whiskey.
Yes, very excited. What are we trying first?
Well, we're gonna compare two more 18-year-olds. And I've brought the Jura. What have you brought?
I've brought Glendronach.
Ooh, it's going to be quite a different comparison, I think. An island and a Highland. So technically still the same region.
Yeah, which is mad. I feel like they need to let islands have their own region. Like, come on, guys, come on.
I think so. I mean, they've got like an actual physical border. Yeah, come on, the islands. They're my favourite non-region. I really liked the old range, but it wasn't really like my go-to. So my kind of thoughts on Jura, or my like perceptions at the moment, are that a lot of people kind of look down on Jura, but it's converted a lot of people to the delights of whiskey, including myself. So it's maybe not one that I would choose now, but it definitely used to be one. It was one of like 3 or 4 that got me into drinking whiskey in the first place. So it definitely can't be looked down on. I don't think it's like a very important part of the whiskey industry, I would say.
I think that's a very, very good, or slange actually to that. Slange to
You
that's
poured
a
me
very...
slange, right?
Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
Well, I just think that's a really good way to explain it, because I think it is responsible for converting a lot of folk into whiskey.
A lot.
Get into, and the peated ones they made even weren't mega. They weren't like that kind of coastal iodine, savoury, salty, in your face like both kind of peat. It was like a much more gentle, like a wee hint of peat, and very like sweet and very rounded usually as well.
Yeah, so they did the I think most of their range was unpeated. So they did the 10-year-old Origins, and that was unpeated, and then they did the Superstition, which was a mixture of peated and unpeated runs, and then they did the Prophecy, which was fully peated to 35 parts per million. But even then, you're right, it was still not like in your face peat, and so it was like a good introduction to peaty whiskies for people. But I think, was it 3 years ago, they did away with that whole range, which lots of people were very upset about, but they brought out this new range, which we went to the tasting of it when it was first released, and I remember really enjoying the 7-wood, and I remember trying the 18, but I don't remember too much about it. But I remember you saying that you thought it tasted like marshmallows.
I did really enjoy the 18. I remember that night I really enjoyed the 18. It's a bit like whiskey.
Oh, I get quite a different, like, it's been matured, this one, in ex-American bourbon and Premier Grand Cru class Bordeaux red wine, which is quite different.
Is any peat in it?
Yeah, so their whole new race, they scrapped like the doing 2 different peat runs and mixing it and all sorts, and they say they lightly peat all of it. I don't get much peat from that at all, but I like the really, really peaty ones.
I'm struggling a wee bit just to get past whiskey. Do you know what I mean? It's got a bit of a citrus hint at the end, but for me,
it's very soft smelling, and it's a bit kind of caramelly.
Yeah.
A wee bit of leather.
Yeah.
And it's a wee bit like when it's hot and it rains, and that smell that comes off the pavement.
Like quite a...
Must be something
I totally get what you mean.
In the chemicals in that's similar, but...
I'll get much more of the taste than I do. I still get the kind of marshmallow quality to it.
I don't get that in the smell.
I don't get that in the smell. I get the marshmallowy, wee bit of woody, almost a wee bit of like some savoury spice, like a wee bit of cumin or something like that. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Fennel, maybe?
Yes, I think it might be fennel. That's bang on. Quite thick and creamy though.
Yeah, really subtle, really delicate.
Marshmallows, that's my main taste note from that one. I just find it really quite marshmallowy. Like it. Really like
And the
it.
texture as well, because it's really soft.
Thick, I think it's quite thick, like quite, like almost cloth. Hello. There's people been like, I thought there was nobody in there. There's someone sitting right there. I'm sorry for putting his cola can on our windowsill. I'm not bothered, man.
Well, as long as it takes it, I get away with them.
Watching me drink whiskey. I know it's early, it's for work. Yes, so we're trying Glendronach, is the other one we're comparing to. Quite different, I would say, than Jura. Maybe the same level of sweetness, but quite different as saying maybe every other sense. I don't know. Dark jam.
Oh.
Incredibly dark. Mm-hmm. So dark, yeah.
So yeah, that makes me think like Christmas cake.
Totally.
Like toffee, Christmas cake, spices.
So bottled at 46% alcohol, matured, I think, exclusively in Oloroso sherry casks and unchill filtered for now. Dun dun dun.
Controversy.
So yeah, they're going to start chill filtering Glendronach, which I think people are quite upset about, understandably. I don't know what you think about this. So I was just reading just what's on their website about what they say about it. So they say the Glendronach is true Highland style, a heavy and robust spirit, perfect for a long maturation period in sherry casks. I don't find it heavy and robust for me particularly. I find it quite delicate and light, like especially in the 8-year-old. I find it mega floral, mega delicate, and that's obviously less influenced by the cast. If you've got a younger whiskey, that's more about what the actual spirit tastes like anyway.
Yeah, the 12 is like a bit heavier, but it's like how I was saying, like about the different parts of it, like I would say it's not got like the dark, like deep bits. It's got the middle bits and the top bits. It's got the light bits, and then it's got the middle, like juicy bit, but it's not got for me like the deep depth of flavor so much. So yeah, I would put that as like robust.
Yeah, so I don't. So I've just different perceptions. I don't know, or maybe my taste is just wrong. But whenever I've tried it, I've found it quite light.
To the lighter end, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I always associate floral with light, even though that doesn't necessarily need to be the case. But I do always, if it tastes like flowers and like it's light, slange, to have a wee taste.
So like even like I've not tasted it yet, but smelling it, it's like you get the sherry, like definitely like Oloroso sherry, that like kind of drying note a little bit, and nutty. It's very nutty.
I've got on the nose of it like plum and spice.
Yeah, plum.
Treacle kind of toffee.
A little bit like blackcurrant.
Yeah, definitely blackcurrant.
It smells like something out of a tin. Do you know, like you open the tin, I'm imagining I open the tin, but I don't know what's in the tin. It's got
just
that
spit in someone's face, just spit in the distiller's face, right? This tastes like something I can.
I wonder if it's maybe like sponge pudding or something sweet rather than like tuna or hot dogs.
This tastes like canned tuna. Can you imagine? Most controversial Glendronach 18-year-old taste note ever.
No, it could be like syrup sponge pudding or like treacle pudding or something. You get that in a tin. It's got like that kind of slightly tinny.
It's got almost a wee chocolate covered raisins flavour in toffee.
Definitely.
Rum and raisin, but without the ice cream. It's not as creamy as that.
Yeah. Year
Old Allardice, who was the founder of the distillery, allegedly in 1826, and this whiskey is named after him, the Allardice. So apparently his name wasn't actually Allardice, it was actually Allards, Allardes, Allards. And he was not actually born when they say he was born, which when they say it was 1780, it was actually 1772. And they say he died in 1849, he actually died in 1853. And the signature that is on all of the bottles they claim to be his is not even his signature, apparently.
Wow, that's a good story.
There's a Scottish genealogist who looked all this up, and you can actually go visit his grave as well. It's like maybe about a mile away from the distillery, and it's got when he died and stuff on it, which is not when it says all over their website and all over their branding. Good jam though. I am disappointing. about the chill filtered. I don't know, because it's a delicate, easy drinking dram Glendronach, but it's also thick and that viscous kind of way, I suppose.
I like that one actually. For me, for my taste, that beats the Jura.
I think it does too. I added some water to it and it's become a wee bit like over oaked. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, definitely. It gets a little bit more tannic.
Not so hot in that, but it's lovely. And again, I think that of all the ones we're tasting, Jura and Glendronach is what you'd give to someone who didn't like whiskey and they could still be like, oh, actually, that's quite special.
Definitely.
When you say goodbye, it's going to be like, doo doo doo, doo doo doo. Do, 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 do.
Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed our video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Be sure to follow us on social media at The Grail Doon to keep up with our latest news, and check out our website www.thegrail.scot. Slange, and see you next time.
Wow, keep that in. Allardice. I was thinking before, I was like, you should really Google how you say his name before you start going. Allardice.
Oh.
Allardice.
Allardice like a Tardis.